I think the world will absolutely make them pay a price. You can see it. Every place I go, every foreign minister that I talk to, they recognize what China has done to the world.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo saying he believes the world will hold China accountable for the coronavirus pandemic. It's just the latest escalation in a rapid decline in relations with that communist country. General Jack Keane is a retired four-star general, chairman of the Institute for the Study of War, and a Fox News senior strategic analyst. Jack, good to see you this morning. What price might China pay? There is talk that the White House may implement some travel restrictions on members of the Chinese Communist Party, but that seems to also be tied to China's treatment of the Uyghurs and what's going on in Hong Kong, and not just coronavirus. So what price might be exacted from China over this whole thing?
Well, certainly I think there's going to be some retribution for the pandemic. The fact that the outcry around the world certainly is what we have all seen, the deception about the origins of the pandemic, but most significantly is he permitted it to be spread once he knew he had human-to-human transfer around the world. I absolutely believe that was a conscious move on President Xi's part. He knew his economy was going to be affected, and he wanted particularly Western economies to be affected as well, and significantly the United States. And of course, he has achieved that. So the nations of the world are repulsed by that, given the horror of the loss of life and the destruction of world economies. So retribution is there, sanctions are there, but mostly what is really changing here, John, is there's a broad coalition developing in the world that is becoming anti-China, and it's being led by the United States. And it gives the United States a huge strategic opportunity with our partners and allies to develop a grand strategy to confront China and to contain their malign and aggressive behavior. It's not just about the pandemic, but that certainly is the catalyst for bringing this coalition together that Secretary Pompeo was talking about in your introduction.
So on this idea, General, about how China is viewed around the world, it looks like they're going to enter into a major trade deal with Iran to guarantee some 25 years of discounted oil for China. Of course, Iran isn't exactly the sort of player that we want to be doing any kind of business with. But the UK, who we do a lot of business with, just said that it's not going to use any Huawei products in the core of its 5G system. So that is really shutting out China, at least in the UK there.
Yeah, this is very frustrating to China because they really wanted to run the world table in terms of owning 5G, which means actually owning most of the telecom systems in the world, most of the servers, most of the personal data in the world, and it would be absolutely destructive to us. We've already seen what massive cyber espionage has done to the United States in terms of intellectual property and also to our allies, and what massive disinformation campaigns that the PRC has conducted as well. And likely these countries would not be pulling away from Huawei running 5G for them if it was not for this malign and aggressive behavior of President Xi dealing with the pandemic. And I believe this, John, I believe history will show us that President Xi has been the most aggressive, the most ambitious, and the most malign leader since Mao Zedong. And I think we're going to see that he overreached. He put the CCP on a fast track to achieve China's dream, which is what? It's domination control of the Asia Pacific and replacing the United States as the world's global leader. He thought that he could achieve that within the next 5 or 6 years, and this is blowing up in his face as a result of his aggressive behavior.
Yeah, now the United States saying that it will stand with people who feel that their sovereignty has been, nations at least whose sovereignty has been affronted by China, nations like Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, and others. General Jack Keane, always good to see you. Thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday morning.
Yeah, great talking to you, John.